Hello. You're probably new here, but I'm Marcus, your regular everyday YouTuber. And lately I noticed a bunch of YouTubers I've been subbed to for quite some time now have started this new series called One Marvelous Scene. I thought it was a really clever idea and figured, what the hell, might as well throw in my 2 cents. The series focuses on one pivotal scene from the MCU, leading up to the hype for Avengers Endgame. So choosing a scene that wasn't already talked about was difficult, but I rounded it down. I noticed one scene was left out, and it's one that's always been a personal favorite of mine ever since I first saw it on the big screen back in 2010. The scene where Tony and Rhodey fought the Hammer drones in Iron Man 2. Now you might be wondering, why is this one of my favorite scenes in the MCU? Well, it's simple. The scene is the culmination of Tony's arc throughout the movie. Early on in the film, we find out Tony is dying. Being killed by the thing that's supposed to keep you alive kind of blows when you think about it, which sends Tony into a depressive state. He starts to drink, act reckless, and kind of turns back into the douche he was at the start of the first Iron Man movie. Friends of Tony try time and time again to help him, but he always seems to pretend like nothing is wrong, like everything is alright. You see him distance himself from everybody, and that couldn't be more clear than this scene. Rhodey comes to Tony's aid like any friend would, and ends up discovering that there's something wrong with his best friend, and that he's been keeping secrets of his illness from him.
You had this in your body?
And how about the high-tech crossword puzzle on your neck?
Road rash.
Tony basically says he'll handle it and doesn't want Rhodey to worry. Rhodey mentions that the whole Gunslinger act is unnecessary and that he doesn't have to work alone, and that he can help him, but Tony shrugs it off.
You want to do this whole lone gunslinger act, and it's unnecessary. You don't have to do this alone.
You know, I wish I could believe that. I really do, but you gotta trust me. Contrary to popular belief, I know exactly what I'm doing.
After this, Tony starts to act more irrational. He drinks more and starts putting people in danger during the house party. Rhodey takes one of his suits and the two start to fight. You could even say, since Rhodey is wearing one of his older suits from the first Iron Man movie, it's like the old Tony Stark is trying to knock some sense into the new Tony Stark. Unfortunately, this doesn't work, and they end up in a rough spot. Tony is all by himself. His guests are gone, Pepper is gone, and most importantly, his best friend is gone. He's all alone. And it's during this pivotal moment in the movie where Tony is all by himself that he learns that his father actually cared deeply about him. After years of feeling distant from his father and feeling alone without him, he realizes that he was never really alone. And after some time and motivation from his dad's message, he bounces back and becomes Iron Man again, curing himself in the process and ridding himself of the person who drove his friends away. Later, when the climactic duel begins, Tony has to fight Rhodey in the now controlled War Machine armor. The armor was made from the base of one of his own suits, which in a way shows in order to save his best friend, Tony has to fight himself. He has to overcome the inner conflict within himself and stop this out-of-control machine before it hurts innocent people. Almost like what Rhodey did during the fight at the mansion party. After the suit powers down, he and Rhodey share a quiet moment, where they make amends after everything they've been through, bantering and the usual stuff, until the drones appear. One by one they show up, circling around them. It's at this moment where Tony finally realizes that for the first time, he doesn't have to do this alone. Now he has help. And when the masks come down, he and Rhodey fight side by side and eventually save the day. This brings it all back to what Rhodey said earlier, and Tony even goes as far to call him a sidekick.
You wanna be a hero?
What?
You really use a sidekick!
Tony learns that being a lone gunslinger doesn't always solve every solution, and that getting help always proves to be more effective in the long run. And judging by the end game, he's going to need all the help he can get. Thanks for watching. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, click right here. You might find something you enjoy. But until next time, I'll see you around.